natuurlijk niet. Wat? Rafael is pizzas, dat maakt een pizzas. Ah ja, maar ja. Maakt, hoe bedoel je? Ah wel. Ah ja, maar dat is dat hè. Maar vroeger deden dat zo op zondag. Ik kon het tuigen. Ik heb het nog niet geproefd. Oké, ja, je mocht zo stilletjes aan. Is er al iemand eigenlijk? Maar jij mocht er wat tussen. Jij mocht van mij gerust een keer daarachter doorlopen. Hallo, aangenaam. Horen jullie mij? Hey, hey. Horen jullie mij? Vous m'entendez? Can you hear me? Hallo, hallo. Perfect. Oké, ja. We gaan nog even wachten tot het effectief kwart... 3 mensen? Oké. Can you ask the people? Ah, ja. Can you ask them which language? Ah, voilà, en français. Bonjour, enchanté. Bonjour. Hello, hello. Is it okay for everybody if I will talk in English? Yeah? Okay, it makes it much easier for me because otherwise I will have to translate everything and then it will take much longer. If you don't understand something, just let me know. And then we try to translate it in French or Dutch. How much people are in the group right now? Momenteel? Zal ik nog even wachten anders? About 15 normally. Yeah, we will wait. Thank you for being already here on time. We really appreciate that. We will wait another 5 minutes because normally there should be around 15 people. So we will wait for them because otherwise they will be already behind. Maybe in the meanwhile, did everybody have the time to check the recipes? Okay, and the person that said no, did you buy the ingredients? Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Maybe at this point, what you already can do is, I hope everybody has an oven. You can put your oven at 230 degrees. So all please at 230 degrees. It will take time to be at that temperature, and we will need it, yeah, probably in 15 minutes. Oh yeah, so Loic is also here. He's the sous chef slash chat master. So if there's something that you really want to communicate to me, you can also chat with Loic. You can also, of course, just put your yeah, unmute your micro, and then just ask me. But not to have everybody talking. Try to find your moments. Let's say. So, how many people are we at this point? Seven people. Okay, can you? So maybe we will start first. Can you quickly tell me your names? Um, I don't know. Just go ahead, and then it's fun for me to know who is actually listening because I cannot see you. You can see me, and yeah, it would be nice to know your names to have at least the feeling that I see you as well. Can you give me your names, please? Hello, hello, Anna, Josephine. Nice to meet you. Hello, Marie Charlotte. Hello, Francesca. Greg, the Gregory. Okay, Greg. Oh, sorry, Greg. Okay, that's it. Okay, I will take a look at Loic. What do you think? We will go ahead because we don't have to punish the ones that are on time. Huh? It's okay, yeah? It's rather simple in general. So, okay, welcome everybody. As I've said before, well, can you please unmute for a moment? Thank you. So that I don't hear the sounds from everybody. Somebody is not unmuted. Okay, thank you very much. So I'm Steven. I'm Steven from Eatmosphere. We are organizing the workshop today. Loic is also here from Foodwin. I'm very happy to do this food waste mission ambassadors workshop. Probably you know me from the first meeting where I explained a little bit what we are doing in general. So I won't repeat all of that. In general, we are working a lot with master chefs. I'm not a master chef. I'm just cooking a lot. And today is just take you into my kitchen and explain a little bit what I am doing every day. I think it's interesting to not to see how what I'm doing every day instead of master chef showing what he can do culinary, which is also interesting, of course, but I thought it would be interesting to do it for once otherwise. Secondly, what we are going to do today is we're going to make comfort food more. Like, I think we all need a little bit more comfort today with this health crisis. And it's also fun to see how you can really create comfort food with food waste, let's say. The fact is that with Eatmosphere, we always try to let's say create awareness through the taste buds, and through taste we really try to show you what crazy things you can do with food waste. That's really our approach. We have about 1 hour. Loic is here as well. um, we have about 1 hour, maybe a little bit longer, so we won't be able to do a lot of dishes, but we will try approach a few dishes, as I've explained also in the recipes and the text that has been sent to you. First of all, we will work with the cauliflower, and we will actually use almost all parts of that cauliflower to show you how far you can go in using food surplus. Secondly, what we will do is actually we will just go for if you have like scraps, let's say, what can you do with those scraps? Both of those dishes or all of those dishes is always around comfort foods. Voila. I think I hope everybody is ready now. At this point, you can go at your stove. We will start with the first dish, which is like a pickle. A pickle, 1, 2, 3, I call it. Why? Because it's so simple. There's a difference between pickling and fermentation. We will do a pickling today because we will taste it immediately. A fermentation, it takes weeks, and then we won't be able to taste the results. With the pickles, of course, there's some sugar, some the bacteria, so it's maybe not that healthy as fermentation, but it conserves also a very long time. And it's like I said, comfort food today. It's not really about healthy foods. It's also all plant-based today. So you were able to, yeah, you can use if you want, of course, milk. cow milk, but we are using actually oat milk. We are also for the latkes not using eggs. You can all do all of those things, and you can ask me as well how you can replace it. But today everything will be plant-based and let's say circular. I think it's time to start now. I hope everybody has put on the oven. Can you just confirm that you've all put on the oven on 230 degrees? Wonderful. Okay, fantastic. So what we will do now, we will go at the stove and we will start with the pickles. Um, Immediately start with the pan. What we will use actually is that the let's say the hard part inside. So I will just you can just do the same as what I am doing and just let me know if something is going wrong. I can always help you out. So you have, of course, the leaves, um, as you see here as well. We will not use the leaves now. We will use them later. But now what we will do is we will cut out, sorry, the core, so that we get immediately the florets, or how do you say florets, that we will be using also afterwards, of course. If you check, I will put the florets over here. We will use that later on. It depends how big your cauliflower is, of course. I took a very small cauliflower, but it's just to show you the idea, of course. What we will do now is I hope you have a mandolin, because if not, you have to do it by knife. But then it's a lot more difficult to have these really thin slices. So what I've already washed my cauliflower as well, but so if you still have to do that, if it's organic and local, maybe you will have some soil, but that will be okay if you didn't wash it. So what I will do is just, it's very simple. Be careful if you're using the mandolin for your fingers. And then you have like these thin slices. What you can do with this cauliflower stem slices, you can cut them, but we are not going to do that. You can cut them, you can also make some onion and saute them, as they say, and they are also very tasty. So you can also make a dip out of it. You can do a lot of things, but what we are actually, we're going to make, like I said, a pickle. So what we do, now we go to the stove. Voila. We will actually add, I asked you to foresee some vinegar, some also some, so I will show it. So actually I have water and vinegar and then some sugar. What we will just do is we will add, it's very simple again, like I said, 1, 2, 3 pickle, and you can do this with a lot of vegetables, of course. And then you add the sugar. Yes, of course. What I did is I've put the vinegar, like I've put in the ingredients, the vinegar, the water, the sugar. I put it on the pan. I will add some herbs also, what I like, but it depends a little bit. You can do whatever you want. You can even you can put curry inside. I like aniver, anisat. I don't know how you say it in English. So I will add them a little bit to give it a little taste. I also put some mustard seeds. It's 25 milliliters each. It is also 25 milliliters each. So 25. Sorry? Yeah, it's like a. I took like a glass of each. I took like a. If you take it in glass. Sorry. 20. Sorry, 25. Your centiliter. Yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry. 25 centiliter. Good that you correct me. So actually, you just let it boil now. So you wait till it boils. You can, of course, you can experiment with the herbs that you put inside, with the amount of sugar that you put inside. It's up to your own taste, of course. Do you want it stronger, more sour? Then yeah, you probably put a little bit more vinegar. But let's say that with that you can, yeah, you can actually experiment a little bit. Sorry? Wij horen u, ja. We horen u. So we will wait till this boils. And actually, if this boils and all the sugar is dissolved, it has to boil as well. You can put it in a jar. I don't know if you see the I've made some already. I will just add the pickles of today as well to that jar, and then you're ready. You can actually keep it for a very long time, and it adds like a punch taste to. You don't have to put too much of it, and it adds a punch taste to different recipes. We will use it in our couscous, for example, that we will be making. So we're waiting now. We're actually waiting now. So what actually till it boils? Mild stuff. It will take some time. So if you see that it is boiling, you can let it boil for a little while and then just put it out and then put it aside and then it can cool down and you can put it in a jar afterwards. We will probably at the end, the taste will already be inside the stem and we will use it for another dish. Is it okay if we go to the next dish? Yes, everything so that the spices get into they boil as well and they get easier into the cauliflower. Voila. Secondly, again, very simple. Probably you've already done it. What we will be making now is actually we will be making. I will quickly wash these. Um, a couscous of cauliflower. This is also the idea. Sometimes with cauliflower, if you have really big cauliflower, you don't always know what to do with it. Well, you can, as you will see, you can do a lot of things with it. You can also just pickle the cauliflower. Right? You can also put the cauliflower inside, maybe cut it a little bit smaller. So what we will do is we put it in the blender, the cauliflower, the florets, and we'll just as you can see, it looks like a couscous. I will make a little bit more of that. So I will just add these already. That's a good question. Yeah, save some for later. See that you at least have some, let's say about 6 florets from the cauliflower left, because we're going to make something else with the other florets. Let me go. Sorry? Ah ja, maar dit is zo middelmatig. Dit, ja, de, I will, voilà. So you can blend it really small, also depending a little bit from your acquired taste. If you like some chunks in it, yeah, why not? I will put this aside. We will add some herbs. What I did today is what I'm going to do today is actually just adding some cilantro or coriander, as they say. What you also can do, of course, with this couscous afterwards. Probably you won't see me for a moment, but I'm just washing the vegetables, the herbs, I would say. So I'm mixing some coriander and then some, yeah, you can say coriander, I think, or cilantro. I think both is okay. And it's again, it's very simple. You just cut it into small pieces, and we will add it afterwards. We will add it afterwards to the couscous. You can leave the stems away if you don't like the stems because they're a little bit more. There's a little bit more fiber in it. I like it, but you can leave them away. You can do a lot of things with the stems as well. Actually, you can blend it as well. You can make a dip with it. You can make like ice with it. Put it in ice. Put it in your bouillon if you want to make a bouillon. There's so many things that you can do there as well. I just add it now to the couscous. Then probably for sure some spices as well. I will add some salt. What you can do here is also add some nuts. If you have some nuts, crush the nuts, add some nuts. I will add some oil. I'm using wilde koolzaadolie. It's actually a farm not far from here. It's really good oil from a local farmer. We always try to follow the seasons and buy local. Voila, maybe some pepper. You can, and what you can do as well now, afterwards, we will put this here for a moment. You can also add some of the pickle in there. Cut it in small pieces, put it in there, so that you have this, yeah, extra punch. So my pan is still not boiling. Maybe for you it is already, and so I will wait for a little bit. What we will do now, if everything is okay for you, did you manage to? I guess it's really simple, huh? The couscous. So I guess everybody is still following. Perfect, perfect. What we're also going to do again with the cauliflower is make. I think I called them cauli crunches or something like that, and that's a little bit a recipe that I'm making a lot for my kid. I have a 3-year-old kid that doesn't want to eat vegetables. So actually, you have to cover the vegetables. So what I'm doing is I'm using breadcrumbs to cover the vegetable, and so it's crunchy, and she eats it. But to be honest, I also like it, and it's like comfort food. I will also explain you what else you can add as spices, but we will keep it as simple as possible today. So maybe first, I don't know if everybody, because I asked it in the ingredients and in the recipe list, I asked also to already prepare some old bread, and meaning roast the old bread. Did everybody do that? Yes, okay. Please let me know if I'm going too fast. Huh? Everything okay? Yeah. Okay. So what actually, again, like I said, I'm bringing you into my hold. How do you say that? Into my house. The fact is that my my little girl doesn't want to eat her sides from a from a bread, and as I toast my breads in the morning, I just always toast her sides. And actually, the thing is that those sides I always make breadcrumbs with. With breadcrumbs, I make the cauliflower, yeah, the cauliflower crunches or whatever you want to call them. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the old bread that is roasted. We will blend it as well. There you can choose yourself. You can actually choose yourself, yeah, how much you want it blended. You can go for more crunchy. Again, up to you. Experimented with it. That's so nice about cooking, eh? Let me see. I'm going to make a little bit because I will make those for my little girl, and I know she wants them a little bit smaller. So now I have actually breadcrumbs for my old bread. And secondly, I asked you to have, I think it was 125 milliliter of milk. So you add that to another bowl, and then you add the flour. I think you can add 2 good spoons. What I'm doing here, I ask you to have flour. What I do sometimes is I add also rice flour. So now I have here normal flour, and then wheat flour, let's say, and here's some rice flour, and I add also some flour to make it extra crunchy. This we mix. And it should have like a little bit more consistent. So what I did is actually 2 big spoons, 2 big spoons, dinner spoons. Or how do you say that? 2 big spoons, eetlepels, inderdaad, in Nederlands, maar. And then you just mix it. You can use a kind of mixer, electric, to have at least also the chunks away. Yeah, it's okay with cold milk. No, this milk is already, I've put it outside to prepare for the workshop. If you find it, it should be a little bit like, you know, if you make pancake dough. So I think I will add a little bit more, and you already see where I'm going, I think. I will just add, what you can do if you're not doing it plant-based, you can add egg, and then the egg binds as well. Now we are using mostly the flour to bind. It works as well. Oh, my voice. Voila. What we will do now, it's again very simple. It's fun as well. Maybe that was a good one. So this is what should happen, but more gentle, let's say. So you put it in here, and then you add it in here. Mm. Okay. I will. Which point at which point I will make this a little bit in the bread? No, actually, I took a cauliflower. This is actually the old bread, and you make breadcrumbs from the old bread. So I and and then the noise. So you make breadcrumbs. I made them a little bit smaller because they were a little bit too big. Voila. So what we will do is then I actually took another bowl. Yeah, the milk and the flour, and then actually I take for example I take from some of the florets that we still have left, and actually I put them in here, which makes them of course a little bit and then I add it to the breadcrumbs, en dan dat is paneren inderdaad. Maar wait, it's and I use all bread to, and the fun thing is that it makes your cauliflower crunchy, and yeah, in my family, of course, my little girl, she's eating vegetables, so, but it's like comfort foods, and it's with your all bread, of course, you can do so many other things. What also is possible if you I will add a little bit more. If you actually have leftovers of this afterwards, you can add it together and you can make balls of it, and then you have like not meatballs but little bread balls that you can also use as a replacer for meatballs in a soup or something like that. So we will make a few of these florets. If it doesn't stick very well, then maybe you can also add some more flour. This is actually boiling here, so my pickle, I will put it at another place, the pan. So the pickle is ready. It is boiling. I will make some place. I will leave it there now, the pickle. I will make it even more. And you can just see what you have left over of your florets. And then when they're ready, you can put them already on a tray. If you have baking paper, put them on the baking paper. Otherwise, you can just put some, let's say, some oil so that it doesn't stick too much. And that's also why we, of course, prepared the oven already. Do you want to ask me something? No? Okay. I'm talking with Loic and Christophe, who are also.
Show it to the camera sometimes.
Ah, yeah.
See how it looks.
Okay, I will make one. A good one. I don't know if you can see this, but they can see it over here, I think. And you can cover it all over, of course. I will. This, of course, this is left over, but like I said, what I do with those things left over, I just put them together afterwards. and I actually make balls out of it. And these balls I actually bake, and then I have like yeah, little balls like meatballs, and they taste really good. And again, kids love them. Just the bread and the flour. I mean, and that, well, maybe some you can put some herbs. What I what I do sometimes, what I do also is actually add herbs or spices here, like paprika powder, pepper, some salt, to give it an extra taste. You can also use what? What do you mean? Yeah, of course. And you can risotto. Can make balls, and you put the you can do put the breadcrumbs around it, and then you have like an arancini, like they make in Italy, which is very tasty as well. Yeah, it's lovely. So I didn't put the spices in there, but you can add the spices as you like. Now, what we will do is actually we put this in the oven. It depends a little bit from your oven because every oven is a little bit different. I've seen in the past. So in general, in general, they are ready after 30 minutes, but it happened that it's already almost that it's 45 minutes. So I would say check it after 30 minutes and go on 30 45 minutes. For me, at 45 minutes, normally they are ready. I will just clean this. So what we will do now, I mean, I hope I'm not going too fast.
Als je iets gemist hebt, kun je in de chat kijken. So, if I missed the part, you can look it up in the chat. I'm writing down everything.
Loic is also writing everything down in the chat. If you missed something, you can check there as well. Of course, you can also ask me. I would have this really live and together with you, and that would make it much easier. But we try to do it, yeah, with the situation as it is. What I've done right now, actually, I took water and I will boil that water. I will actually boil some of the leaves. I will show you immediately actually how yeah, to cut and then what we will use from the leaves. And we will make rolls, some rolls out of these leaves where we will put some couscous inside, some of the pickle inside, and then you have like these little rolls of yeah, let's say cauliflower. So yeah, yeah, yeah. So the leftovers, the ones that I'm not using, I don't see. So maybe you're talking about the one, the cauliflower that we. What I'm doing with, yeah, what I'm doing, I will not do that not right now. But what I'm doing with that is actually you can add them together. You leave it for a little while, and then it becomes hard, and you can make balls. You can make balls, roll balls out of it, and then you can bake. You can just bake it in oil. Add some herbs. Add some herbs as well, like I said, paprika powder, up to your tastes. And then you have like little balls that look like meatballs, but that are of course vegan, and they taste really good. But this, yeah, of course, yeah, 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 of course, yeah, yeah. So what we will be doing right now, so you have these leaves. So actually, I wanted to show you how far you can go in using a food surplus. Probably this is not something you're going to do every week, but anyway, it's also really easy and it's a fun thing to do and to show also maybe to friends. What we will be doing is besides the stem that we have used, that we pickled, flowers that you use all the time. You can also use the leaves of the flowers, and we will actually make yeah, rolls out of it. So what we will do is actually we will boil them. When they come out boiled, we put them immediately into cooled water. Can somebody unmute, because I hear a lot of noise. Yeah. Um, anyway, so we will take some of these leaves. Again, it is to show you how it works. Uh, Depends also from your cauliflower, of course, that you have bought. But I will just, you can do it with most of them. Uh, I will just take 3 now. Of course, but you can do also, again, you can do a lot with the oven, and you can just roast everything. This you can roast as well. And you can also boil it and make a dip out of it. But what we're going to do today is actually, as I said, we will make some rolls. So I will put on the stove. I will wait a little bit till it's hot. At the meanwhile, I will put the pickle that I have made, that is actually boiled, where all the herbs are now boiled into the juice as well. I will put it in a little bowl. Let me see, this is a new pan. And this is actually, yeah, the result from this pickle. But like I said, you can do a pickle, a 1, 2, 3 pickle. Again, you have the recipe also. You can test it as well at home. And you can do a pickle with all sorts of vegetables. Today we used the cauliflower stem. So now waiting for the water to boil. What I will do at this point, because we have some time, the balls, let's say the cauliflower balls that we made, or with the crust that we made, are in the oven. So we will have to wait for that. Like I said, half an hour, 45 minutes. I hope you have checked the time, but you can also go and check it yourself from time to time, and cut it to see how it is inside. Um, this now I'm waiting for the water to boil, so we will do that later. So what we will do now, till we wait, while we are waiting, sorry, we will actually make the latke. For the latke, so know that your water is starting to boil. You have to check it from time to time. So while that is not boiling for me, I will go on with another recipe. I hope that's okay for you. Otherwise, I have to wait. So what I asked for the latke, a latke, or what's the name again in Swedish? Rosti, I think it's rosti. Yes. Uh, and the fact is that rosti, you can do it with all sorts of roots, knol, how do you say knol? Root and tuber, yeah, vegetables. So today we're doing knol, yeah, knol and wortelgewassen. The fun thing is actually then it's some comfort food, and it's a lot that you have these old potatoes and you think, oh well, what can I do with them? I have like 3 left, or pieces of carrot that you grated and then you left a little bit. But you can now, with doing it the simple way, we're doing it with let's say the simple way with potato, some onion and some carrots. But the fact is that for example, yesterday I made them with celery raaf, knolselder, and also radijs, and then potato and onion. So to show you that you can do it with different roots and tuber vegetables. And yeah, it's amazing always the taste. Again, we will do actually, we we will actually put the skin away. From the skin, you can also, yeah, the skin you can afterwards wash it, and you can fry it. So you have like these chips of skin. You can put the skin in the oven to have the same effect, maybe a little bit healthier. Today we will not use it, the skin. I will be using it afterwards, but I won't show you what to do with the skin. We'll just use, as we are going to make the latkes or the rosti, we will just use the inner side. You don't have to clean the potato, because if you clean it, you actually, how to say, well, don't clean them, just put the skin, just put the peels away. I have to find. So simple, actually, I will just peel them, as you see. As I said before, you can, what I wanted to say, why I'm not cleaning them immediately, is because there's a lot of zetmeel, as I say in Flemish. I don't know how you say that in French, actually. And if you wash it, starch in English, indeed, and if you wash it, you wash away some of the starch, and we really need the starch, of course, to bind again. You will see afterwards. So just clean the potato, or better, peel the potato. Sorry. Thank you. So afterwards, what we will be doing is we will be grating the potato, or the and sorry, the carrots. Um, what you can do is you can also use the little blending machine that I was using, but you can also use a grater. I don't know if een rasp inderdaad. I don't know if I have an example. You can also just do it like that, and grape it. The risk is that you lose some of your skin, but it is actually also very easy to do it like that. Um, I will clean the carrots, because there, yeah, I will clean them, and I will not put the skin away from the carrots, or just clean them very well. But up to you if you want to do that as well. So my water is boiling here. What you can do is actually put your leaves from the cauliflower in there. So to boil the cauliflower leaves. We will let it boil a little bit. And I will also prepare already some cold water. You can salt it, and then it has a little bit more taste. It doesn't have to be. I don't think it will have a big impact. Actually, the taste will be all inside the couscous that we will put inside, and the pickle that we put inside. So what was I doing here? Yeah, so I will go back. I'm letting the leaves boil for a little while now. Here, I'm a little bit lazy today, so I will use the blender. But actually, yeah, it's really easy. I can put it in large chunks, and then actually, again, just boil, blend, sorry. And the idea again here is around, the Foodways idea here is that, as I said before, you can do it with a lot of roots, and or a lot of tuber and root vegetables. Let me see how small. Voila. Actually, what I will do now Is it ready? Okay. So I don't know if did everybody put also the leaves inside the boiling water, because I think in about 2 minutes we can put them out, and then we will put them in the cold water. Voila. I will just add the mix that I made. I will also add onion. So I will cut the onion into small pieces. It's a carrot and potato grated in the bowl. But if you, like I said, you can be very creative with it. You can also use other root or tuber vegetables. So, okay. Yeah, yeah, it needs to be grated thin, indeed. You need to use a grater. So what I'm doing now, I'm putting the boiled leaves into the cold water. Thank you, Loic.
Pleasure.
I have like a sous chef here. Does everybody have a sous chef at home as well? I'm very lucky. So we will have the onion in small pieces. Yeah, indeed. You put them in small pieces, and then you put it together with the potato and the carrots that is all grated, like I said. Um, and once again, I will show you afterwards. I made a mix yesterday as well, and the mix yesterday was with was really amazing. I still had some little radishes. It happens a lot that you have like this a few radishes. I also had yeah, knolselder celeriaaf. It's a quite big veg. It's a quite big vegetable, and it happens a lot for me as well that I have a little bit left. So and then I also make this. Well, you can call them latkes or yeah, indeed. Yeah, rosti. It's like there are a lot of dishes that you have actually in all parts of the world, huh? And they give it then a different name. Yeah, Loic will actually he brought also something to drink. We won't be able to share it with you. I'm sorry. We will drink it. It's antidote. Loic has another passion, and this drinking. No, actually, it's really nice. Nice wines, and this is from. You can't see it. Maybe I should not clear enough. And if I put it like that, we can write it to you. It's Antidote. It's a really nice winery, local winery. I will put it here. Um, they do amazing wild, well, let's say, yeah, wild wines, ciders, beers. It's crazy what they do. So, what we should do right now, actually, to put out the liquid out of the carrot and the potato, you can actually add it into a towel. You put it inside the towel, and then you actually make a bowl, and then you can put the liquid out of it in your sink, because we want the liquid out of it, because if we're going to bake it afterwards, if there's too much liquid, it will be too moist, and we want it really well fried. So I will do that. I will put it, I don't know if you see this very well. I will put this, I'm going to put this aside. You don't have to put the onions already inside, but anyway, it's not going to change. I need more place at my kitchen. So now, like this, if we will just turn it around, the liquid will get out of it. I will do it over the sink. I don't know if you hear the sound, but you will see it if you do it yourself. All the liquid gets out of it. You can also, yeah, probably do something with the liquid as well. You can go very far, of course, in food waste with using. That's so. As you can see, it became like a little ball. You see that it got the color as well, meaning that a lot of liquid went out of it. I can even, I can still, indeed, I can still show it maybe here. Well, I put everything almost out. So, and I have no more strength in my arms, so we will use it now. Voila. And you will see that what is still inside is quite dry now. So there's no, almost no liquid or moist anymore inside. Again, depending from the amount that you have, the potatoes, the carrots, depending from the how big they were, and also the onion how big they are, you add a little bit of flour. What you here again, we will use the flour to make it bind. Here again, if you're not doing it plant-based, they often use egg as well, but also the flour. I will again take, to start, 2 spoons of flour. I will add them. I will add 1 spoon of the rice flour. I don't think you have it, but I'm sorry for that. And then, actually, we will leave that aside. We will let it rest for a little bit. Yes, go ahead, Loic. Go ahead. And then we will actually, I'm going to clean my hands for a moment, and we will start making the rolls. Nice to be with you today, and thank you, Loic, for the drink. Amazing. Wow. Cheers. Really good. Antidote is the name. Okay, now, as I said to you before, we were going to make rolls. The thing is that you have this little nerve here. We will have to cut it away with a little knife. And of course, you can cut it afterwards into pieces, and then also put it in another dish, or it's eatable. But what we have done now is we've made it already a lot softer, as you can see. Maybe a little bit more like this. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting the nerve away. Why am I doing that? Because I want to be able to make a roll. So what I will do now, I will take a little spoon, and that's where the fun thing comes. But like I said, like a dish, it's nice to do, but from time to time, it's not something you will be doing every day. But but it's just to show you how far you can go in this. The thing is, never put too much into your roll, and then I will put some of the pickle that we made, the pickle of the stem. I will put it in little pieces, and it will add that extra taste. Of course, the pickles, you can also just add them to the couscous and eat the couscous like that. Huh? And now, what we'll be doing is, but as you see, it is, this one is a small roll. You can use this part afterwards. And you have a little roll actually. I will make a second one. This aside. Voilà. We're going to put this nerve away again. I don't know how you say it otherwise. Voila. You see, it's quite a lot of fiber if you leave it. It won't be that easy to actually, let's see, we will put this over here. We'll add a little bit more of the couscous. Again, the couscous, you can make it as small as you want. Then it's just blending it more. I still have some chunks, but it's up to your own taste. Again, some of the cauliflower pickle that we made. And then you can make, again, a little roll out of it. And to make it more beautiful, aesthetically, let's say, just put the sides away. And you can already eat them. Voila. I will take that one as well. I'm sorry, but I'm getting hungry, so if I can eat something, I will do it. Voila. So, the, no, there's actually the only thing that is cooked. The only thing that is cooked are the cauliflower leaves. So we have cooked the cauliflower leaves, and but the couscous is raw, and then of course the cilantro or the coriander is also raw, and then there's also some pickles inside. The pickles, and of course we cook them also a little bit. I think if you don't know really, if you didn't know the couscous yet, then maybe it's easier to blend them really small so that they don't have too much big chunks. Voila. Next thing, I'll check. Is it still on? Oh, one is gone. So the next thing what we will do is actually we will make the latkes. So what we will do with the latkes, we will put the pan on the stove, and we will put it at yeah, I don't know if you have till 9. I'm using induction. Just put it at the middle fire, let's say middle fire. If you have induction, put it at 5 or 6. If it goes till 9, depends a little bit from a stove, but put it at the middle fire so that it's not too hot and put a lot of oil in the pan, because we will fry the latke in there. Wat is er hier aan de hand eigenlijk? Dat is gestopt. Is dat ja? Gewoon van zijn eigen gestopt. Yeah, this is always as they say, you always have to keep it very clean. I'm not the best example in this, but as I said again, you're coming into my kitchen now, so it's my rules. Okay, so what I have done, we have made the latke preparation, meaning that we have put, we grated the carrot and the potato. We also added the onion in little pieces, and we added some flour. We put it out the liquid so that it is much less moist. And what we will do right now is, like I said, I'm looking for my pan. We will put the pan on the stove on the middle fire and a lot of oil in it. And then we will start making the latke. How are the cauliflower balls, or let's say the cauliflower cocks, anyway, the cauliflower with the breadcrumbs going in the oven? Ah, it's already okay. Amazing, nice. Okay, yeah. And what you can do also, if you want to add some taste, you can actually add some soy sauce, for example, and then it really, yeah, it makes it a little bit more umami. The cauliflower and soy sauce is also, I'm a fan of that as well. So at this point, I'm putting on the fire. It will take a while because I'm working with induction. I'm going to put this here. Actually, I will see if I can. Voila. So now we will have to wait, put some oil. As again, as I said, you can also use, of course, other oils. I prefer to use this oil, like I said, but the reason because it's local also, but it's also more neutral. So if you use another oil like an olive oil, which is, well, it can be very tasty as well, but it kind of gives some extra taste to it, which is okay, of course. But I prefer for this, I prefer to use a neutral oil. En nu, nee, ik wil het niet, hè. Maar voilà. It's all. It's actually. It's, we're living here for 2 weeks now, so we just moved, and we decided to do the workshop anyway digitally because yeah, we knew it wasn't possible to do it live. So we tried everything to be able to at least do something and cook together with you. It is not perfect, but I hope you are enjoying it and that you take some of the ideas with you after the workshop. That is, of course, the idea, and become an ambassador, the best ambassador ever in Brussels. No, that's me. Sorry. So I think, I have to wait till the oil is hot, hot, middle hot. But I will already show you. As you see, actually, I take some of the. You can do this with a spoon. Eh? If you don't have an idea on how big it has to be, just use a big spoon, and then you always have the same sizes. I actually don't care about the sizes. I do different sizes and just do it by feeling. In general, I cook by feeling. Also with measuring, I do it a little bit by feeling. But I know that it's for some people, it's nicer to have at least some idea. So what I will be doing is make this flat little pancakes, small pancakes. You can also make a big one, of course, one big, so you have only one time work, flat, and then we will actually fry it into the pan. So you will be doing it with your carrots. I did like more accessible, let's say, for you people with carrots and potato, but I'm going to make the ones with actually radish and seleriraa, knolselder, and then of course also the potato and the onion. But and again, you can just whatever size you want. If you want it easy, you want it fast, make one big pancake, and it works as well. Yeah, yeah, of course, of course, of course. It stopped. Yeah, yeah, of course. Loic, come inside the picture. Do you all know Loic? They say hi. They think that you gained some weight. They told me. They ask if it's good. Ze vragen wat lekker is. Oh, oh, uh-huh. Oh, wow. So, okay. Oh, but cauliflower. I think it's still in the season. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will try the. Did you also try the cauliflower pickle? Or the ones that? Oh, yeah. It's well, let's say pickling and fermenting. It's like it's an old way of conserving food when people didn't have fridges yet and had to go on with the season. On the other hand, it is also very tasty indeed. It gives that extra punch that you need sometimes for a dish, and I think that I think also that roasted. You should really try roasted cauliflower because it's roasted cauliflower. If you let it roast for a while, it becomes almost meaty. If I don't know if you like those tastes, and You can add some soy sauce or maybe some mustard sauce on top of the cauliflower. Put it in the oven, let it cook or roast slowly. It's amazing what you can get out of a cauliflower. But I understand that next time we should check if they like cauliflower because. Uh-huh. Oh, yes. Wilde colza, uh, wilde colza, and I actually I buy it from. I like it because they're actually Hofter Vrijligem, and they're quite close. Well, quite close to Brussels. It's in Asse, which is really near Brussels, and they are having this own wilde colza. They also make mayonnaise, vinegars, all of this out of this local. Loic will actually write it in the. Ja, Loic will actually write it now. Misschien het adres dan of zo. Dat staat hier ook in. Iemand vroeg, somebody asked the address. Um, and it's amazing how many really nice local initiatives you have, and which makes it possible to yeah, to buy local and cook local. I'm not saying everything has to be local. As much as possible local, as much as possible, as close as possible, and the least as possible. But sometimes, yeah, like chocolate, you won't be able to grow cacao beans um, in Belgium. So some products will still come from other countries. And great olive oil up to this point. Well, let's see with the climate change, maybe in a few years. Yeah, yeah, indeed, and good and good wine also because it's true. I will start putting the latke inside, and this will take a little while. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah. Uh, I think we are going near the end of the, let's say, the little workshop. Once again, it's just a taste that we are trying to offer you to show what you can do and how far you can go, but also how easy it is sometimes. And we try to show you in different ways with a conserving method, with the pickles, but also with old bread, with the scraps that you can make the latke to show that it's very diverse. And it's up to you in your own kitchen to experiment actually and try and make those links like, oh, I could make this with this and I could try this. Of course, once again, the leaves, I'm not making that every time. It's not. I mean, I don't have the time to do that every time. But sometimes I do it. Sometimes I'm just roasting them. Sometimes I'm making a dip out of it. But sometimes I have to be honest. Sorry, Loic, I'm not using them, and it becomes compost. But it's just to show what is possible. I think in general, I'm using 99% of what is in our fridge or what we buy. So we will wait for this. Um, Maybe it's time also because they have to fry the latke. Make them fry. So don't put the fire too high because otherwise they will burn outside and inside it will be raw. So like I said, on the in the middle, your fire, so that it yeah, fries the right way. It takes some time, so don't mind to leave it a little bit frying, and so I think it's time maybe to also ask a few questions maybe that you have. I think since we are going near the end of the workshop, maybe you have a question for Loic, who is also the best sous chef ever. Um, so if you have questions for me, for our organization also, Eatmosphere, it's the moment to ask. No, there's still, we'll have to wait. We are actually doing pop-ups. It's called pop-in indeed. We did it at Belmundo. Now we are in Etterbeek. Now we are at Le Grand Central in Etterbeek. But actually, yeah, we are nowhere because it's not possible to do anything. But we are also having other projects where we look more at the agroecological parts, where we actually do visits with children and actually meet the agroecological farmers in the field so that the children really see how the vegetables grow. And we also cook them so that they can see it and cook sorry, that they see it and eat it. And that's the thing that we do in general. We try to use the taste buds to convince people that a more sustainable foods is actually much more tasty because it's normal. Whatever you give more time, it's better. Voila, I have to wait a little bit to fry it. Can't wait. So I would say santé, santé, Loic as well. Uh, we will, after the workshop, start eating everything and drinking of the bottle. It's really good, by the way. So feel free to ask me anything. If you're still cooking, please stay at your stove that you're not burning anything. But otherwise, again, I'm here for you till. What is your name? Sorry, Louisa. Louisa, it was really nice having your comments as well. It was fun that you sometimes added some extra information. Thank you for joining, and I would say good luck with becoming the best ambassador of food waste in Brussels. Food. She's saying hi to you as well. Loïc, hebben ze nog meetings? Gaan ze elkaar nog ontmoeten? Sorry?
Can I talk here?
Ah, ja.
Normalement, il y a une meeting pour ces semaines du mois qui viennent, mais si les régulations nous permettent, on pourra faire un réunion pour voir comment tout ça se passer. Et la campagne commence en septembre, donc on a encore un peu de temps de faire ça. La semaine prochaine, vous commencez avec la dernière semaine de mesures. Je vais vous envoyer tout un peu pour ça.
Allez, ben,
Merci tout le monde pour votre temps
bonne chance. Salut, salut.
et bon appétit. Ciao, ciao.
Merci. Salut. Bah, un très grand merci. Ah, merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
Ça a l'air bon, Greg. Ça a l'air bon. Écoute,
Ah, super. Hein. Ouais, mais c'est exactement ça. C'est ça, hein? C'est ça. Super. Mais un très grand merci, ça fait plaisir.
Merci à vous, bonne soirée. Merci, ciao, ciao. Nee. Ja, het spijt me dat hij niet kon zien, want Greg toonde iedere keer hoe dat baan eruit zag en zo. Ik stop, hè.
Is
Ja,
gedaan?
voilà. De review is gedaan.
Ah, doe maar. Stop dan maar, hè. Nou, dan moet ik nog even wachten, eigenlijk.